Do you think Seattle should have a team? Because we had the Trailblazers and the Clippers play out in Seattle, and we had a lot of Supersonics chants coming from the crowd. It is cool to see teams go back and play in Seattle and see Seattle basketball fans still so passionate about the NBA, even though they had their franchise just ripped out from under them. I think personally, I grew up in the 90s NBA. I miss the Seattle Supersonics. I wish they would have a team again. But where do we fall on Seattle having a team again? Who wants to go first?
Yeah, go ahead,
Sean, you go first. You weren't even born when Seattle was there.
I was here. I
was here.
He was scraping. He was making.
I watched Ray Allen and
still
Rashard Lewis. Oh man, I do think Seattle should have a team, and even like you just said, like I think that the fact that they still feel so passionate about basketball after having their team ripped away years ago, like seeing how they come out in droves for the Seattle Storm. I think Seattle deserves a team, and like I've seen different like I think they deserve a team more than Sacramento does.
Hey, that's my line.
But true,
and then, like
I mean,
even
truth.
I like I said, I lived in South Florida, and I've gone to a lot of Heat games because that's where I normally had to see the Knicks and see different teams. Heat fans do not show up until the second quarter. Like, without fail, they do not show up until the second quarter.
Sound like
I'm not saying they deserve to lose their team, but I just think Seattle's really, really passionate about basketball, and they deserve to have a team there. And I like that colorway. Like, nobody else has done the green and yellow. Like, let's get Seattle a team. I don't know if we need to add teams to the NBA, but they probably will try to put the team in Vegas. So, go ahead and throw in Seattle and throw in Vegas. Or take one away from Sacramento and give it to
No, you can't do that.
Or I got a better idea.
Oh, go ahead.
I think
I bet your
idea
idea is the same. Our idea is probably the same.
Yeah, my thing is I've never known a team that wanted to stay a place where they're not wanted, so they can take the Clippers and go.
They build a new arena right now. They ain't going nowhere.
It's gonna be empty.
They're gonna be better than the Lakers this year, so y'all better be careful.
I'm not even gonna talk about it.
Laker
y'all better
town.
be careful. Is all I'm saying.
I'm like saying, put the team in Seattle, put a team in Vegas, move either New Orleans or Memphis to the east, and that solves the problem right there. So, because you think about it, if you move New Orleans to the east or Memphis to the east, they're gonna wreak havoc in the east. So,
yeah, that's gonna make the East even better than what it is now.
Yeah, so
they got to come to the Knicks, but I agree.
Sir. With all the uncertainty in Brooklyn, they are still on a better path than the Knicks.
Don't sleep. We're going to the playoffs, and I don't even think it's going to be playing. And that sounds crazy right now.
Rob think differently.
Oh, I do. Y'all down to 7-8 now. Let's be real. Come on now.
I don't know, man. Look. I think that my perception of the standings has been swayed by the fact that 2 years ago I watched us get a home court playoff series while starting the worst backcourt in the NBA by far. Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock was the worst starting backcourt in the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right.
We got a 4 seed. So I think that we have a lot of depth. We have I think we have the best bench in the league, and the people are going to laugh at that. But until you can give me a bench,
out of best bench in the league. Clippers out.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think they're close. Yeah. I think Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly.
Don't say Derrick Rose. I love Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose and Carmelo in that same boat, man.
Don't make me do this because I love Melo. Don't make me do this.
I love Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is one of my favorite point guards of all time. But hey, Father Time, you can't outrun.
But Derrick Rose can keep a job.
Hey, what's going on here?
Can he?
He's on a team.
Yes.
Now.
Derrick Rose on a 3-year, $45 million contract that he earned. He was scoring 19 points a game, shooting like 50% from the field and like 55% from three. Like,
because
he's very capable.
Y'all had to play him because y'all ain't have nothing else.
But Derrick Rose can still play. He's not He's not 2010 Derrick Rose. I know, but he can still play.
But back to what you said about name me the 5 top teams in the East right now. Just if you had to pick, remember, you don't have any order. It had to be first, second, third.
Okay. Milwaukee, Philadelphia. I mean, I feel like Brooklyn has to be there. They're weird, but Kyrie's playing this year.
Okay.
So
Ben Simmons is playing this year.
Yeah, like they're weird. They're very weird. I said Milwaukee. I said Philly. I said Brooklyn.
What about
James
Miami?
team.
Miami.
I don't think Miami's gonna. I wouldn't pencil Miami in for top 5.
No,
I wouldn't.
Okay,
Miami's a very
Boston?
good team. I think Eric Spoelstra is probably the best coach to never win a Coach of the Year, which is really criminal. But I just don't, especially losing PJ Tucker. I think that's going to have a big impact on them. I don't know what version of Kyle Lowry we're getting. Boston has Robert Williams out for 3 to 4 months and has a
head
substitute coach. Yeah, like there's. You feel me? There's things that people don't talk about in these other teams.
You're right.
When you have a system in play and you already had that system from last year and you got the same team from last year, the coaches come there and sit. I hate to say this, but hey, Luke Walton proved that when he was in Golden State. It's the system. You
what
got
are you talking about? Luke Walton was like the second coming when he was in Golden State. He went to the Lakers and he won like 4 games.
He was already in play. So yeah, and then the team nobody talks about, if they stay healthy. I know but every team across the board, including Philly, is Chicago. Chicago is better than New York.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're not better. Chicago struggled with us last year. We were bad. Alonzo Ball said that he can't run or jump, which hurts me because I'm an honorary member of the Ball family through watching Ball in the Family. But the guy literally last week said that he can't run or jump. And so now,
and I'm about to say something. Even Atlanta better than y'all, dog.
Well, I'll be that 15. I was gonna say I wasn't trying to be selfish.
Atlanta better than y'all, and it's like Cleveland. We're not even talking about Cleveland. Cleveland that's my whole point. Y'all are 7, 8, if that. Y'all playing, dude.
I don't think that Atlanta is better than us, and not decidedly. Not until my thing is.
Sean, what you talking about? What you talking about, Sean?
I'm telling you, like I said, this is probably. I think I've been warped by getting that 4 seed that year with the worst backcourt. Yeah. But like every single night, it's like when we get up here and we play these teams, we play them on a night-to-night basis, and what they do against other teams, whatever the standings shake out how they made, there's injuries, all kind of things. Who are teams that I think, okay, we probably can't beat that team? There's not a lot of those for me. I think we can beat Atlanta. I think we can win that season series pretty easily, actually. I think DeJounte helps them a lot because it makes them not have to put Trey on certain defenders or whatever. He doesn't have to be responsible for the defense. And, he's able to play off ball some. So I'm interested to see how that'll be. But I don't think it's one of those things where, oh, man, they're suddenly this great team. Like, nah, they got to show me. The same way the Knicks have to show me, and I think the Knicks have to show you. But I think Atlanta has to show us too. Yeah. And I think that we do with the Knicks where it's like, oh, they got to show me. How come Atlanta don't have to show you?
Because we know that New York, the prestige of New York and how New York is still riding on the aura of New York and Madison Square Garden and loud fans and we're this and we're that.
Brandon, who's riding on that? ESPN?
New
Knicks
York
fans don't ride. We do not ride on that. Everybody speaks for us. We do not ride on that. I am riding on Jalen Brunson can come and organize the offense. Mitchell Robinson is a great a defensive anchor. RJ Barrett is stepping in a year 4 and should be elevating. We have a top 3 bench in the NBA if you don't want to give us best. That's what I'm riding on. I'm not riding on the allure of Madison Square Garden.
I will say this, that East and the West is really stacked this year. So 1 through 7 is going to be a dogfight in each conference. So it's going to be interesting. This is going to be a fun year.